Wow. Are you kidding me? Did you see what was officially announced for Star Wars by Hot Toys this morning? I spilled my coffee, baby. I spilled every cup of coffee that I had. Listen, that's why I'm drinking coffee now. I'm recording this in the evening. I'm going to have to switch to decaf, baby. Let's dive into all of this right now. All right, and welcome everybody to another episode of the Market Value Chart Show right here at 6 Scale Cantina. So, wow, I am utterly and absolutely blown away with the Hot Toys announcement for Star Wars for the Boba Fett clean armor by himself and with the throne. And I am even more so blown away where, in some of those pictures, it shows Fennec Shand. Wow. I mean, you absolutely have to have her if you're getting the throne, Boba Fett and the throne. It's going to set up that scene. And really, you have to wonder, what is so important about that scene? And really, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, they dare to follow up one of the most epic moments in Star Wars history, when Luke Skywalker arrived on Moff Gideon's ship with his X-Wing and then started marching down the corridors and hallways, chopping up those dark troopers. And let me tell you, that was one of the greatest moments in Star Wars, and certainly in recent memory. And then those two dared to follow up that act with Boba Fett and Fennec in Jabba's palace, first greeted by Bib Fortuna, and it worked. And that also is a very epic moment, sketched forever in the histories, the annals of Star Wars history. And let me tell you, these are the type of releases that the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, that serves up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk, that gets me super pumped up, baby. Listen, I'm going to be brewing a lot of this with my live show that is coming this Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Go ahead. I'll have a full panel on. Book that on your calendars. It's going to be a hot one, baby. I am telling you right now. But because of this, and partly because of this, I'm going to go ahead and have Aries is live and raw again this Sunday. Forget about waiting for every other week. We are going to be live and raw. I am going to be live and raw. And who's going to be on the panel? All of you. That's what live and raw is all about. It's going to be like one of these podcasts live, and we're going to talk about a lot of possibilities. Is it possible? You have to wonder. Listen, 8 p.m. this July 18th, 8 p.m. Eastern. Be there. I'll have the coffee ready. I'll be brewing all the pots, and I'll be serving it all up for you. So make sure that you're there, and I do appreciate it. Looking forward to hanging out with you. But we have a lot to dive into. So let's go ahead and first get to the 6scalecantina.com and actually get to the biggest mover section and the market value chart, because there are some very important trends that we must discuss first. I did bring up some of this during the live and raw from this past Sunday, but I'm going to go over some of these and some new developments as well as we go through this. So, scrolling down, and, you have Luke here, Luke, Return of the Jedi. You got Leia Bespin. And I want to talk a little bit about this Leia Bespin, because this is a figure that I said to really keep on your watch list as a figure that is going to rise up to where the Hoth Leia is. Is it possible that this figure can actually go to where the A New Hope Leia is? And I say yes. As a matter of fact, I see the Leia Bespin, the Leia Hoth figure, going to where the Leia A New Hope figure is. And so I certainly see, I'm seeing that the Leia Hoth, figure in the secondary market is getting very, very close to where the Leia A New Hope figure is. And I think that this Leia Bespin is going to wind up eventually landing right where those two are. And is it also possible, when you scroll down the Biggest Mover section, and you bring up the Leia, the Endor Leia, that figure will eventually get there too? I think there are some possibilities on that as well. And what does that mean for the 2-pack then, for this figure that comes with Wicket? There are already signs of both of those figures trending up individually, and that 2-pack is starting to trend up as well. So all of these Leia figures, I really feel, from looking at all the trends, point to really high secondary market prices for the long term. And so if you're in the market for a Leia, you may want to look at this Leia Endor. And you really got to take a look at this Leia Bespin, which is on the move. This may be the time to get it. Maybe pull up some recent data up onto the screen here. And, this Leia Bespin, just back, just back from last week, late last week, sold for $300, $299 listing, not including the $19.99 in shipping, not including taxes. Phenomenal feedback from this particular seller. And let's go ahead and go to some more Leia here. It was actually from July 10th. This is just from July 10th, that was. Let's bring something up from July 5th. And there's only one left on these, and just from July 5th, and there's 8 already sold. $290.34. Free economy shipping. Okay? This figure is really going for, a pretty penny right now from where it was. And let me bring this auction up over here. And what's really interesting about this, and $256, and it didn't even come with everything that it's supposed to come with. It doesn't have the backdrop, it doesn't have the art box, forget about the shipping box. And still went for $256, and not including the shipping, and not including taxes, and it has 15 bids, and a very reputable, a good seller, the 100% feedback. So you have to wonder, really, what is the prospect for this particular figure? Which, putting that up on the screen, this is an absolutely stunning, and I mean stunning, Hot Toys action figure. Not just the outfit, which has really, really good tailoring, but the head sculpt is absolutely out of this world. The way that they capture Carrie Fisher. And with the forthcoming Lando Calrissian figure, that is also him in his Bespin outfit, you have to really think how far this figure can go. Because you could pair this very, very well with that Lando. And I would imagine that a lot of collectors, including me as one of them, picking up that Lando, I am 1,000% going to pair that figure with this figure for sure. So is it possible that this figure, maybe sooner than later, can actually get into the $400 tier range, even before the end or by the end of this year? And I say yes. Because I really think that Lando Calrissian figure, that it's very, very possible that could come out a little bit early, especially to try and capture with that particular figure, and that it's an OT figure. and how much it could appeal to, it's going to appeal to all collectors, but it's certainly going to appeal to a lot of baby boomers for sure. That particular piece, they might want to take advantage, Hot Toys, if they can, of this holiday season for that figure. Wow, and this will skyrocket very, very, very quickly. This is a stunning figure, and I really feel that when they release the final production photos of that Lando figure, and you start seeing some of the reviews from that figure when it gets released, wow. I'm really, really pumped up, for that. So very, very interesting here. And again, just bringing this back up on the screen, you could see that, with things missing, and $256 still. So very, very interesting here indeed. So, going ahead and pulling back up onto the screen, the 6scalecantina.com and the biggest mover section. And you can see that Leia moved right up there. And I want to talk a little bit more about Boba Fett. Especially with, I know you're all waiting for what is the Dark Jedi's take on this new Boba Fett release. I got to stop for a second because I just said the name. I just said Boba Fett, and I got to take a sip of coffee here. Okay, I can go on now. I can go on. I really need to switch to decaf with these epic releases here, baby. But I want to talk a little bit about this Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. Now, both the deluxe and non-deluxe versions are really, really trending down. And when you go to the market value chart at 6scalecantina.com, let's go there right now and see where this is sitting. Remember, whenever you go to the market value chart, go to the current value column, and then there's an arrow in there. Click it a couple of times. So you get the highest ranked figures to the lowest ranked figures, so it is easy to navigate. Now, let us scroll down, and let's see if I could find where all the Boba Fetts are. And you got the Return of the Jedi Deluxe Boba Fett up here on the screen. I got it highlighted. $401 and trending down. Is it possible that this figure is going to go below the $400 tier range? And there are some variables to consider, which I'm going to bring up to you in just a second. Let's go ahead and actually scroll down to the Boba Fett by itself, Return of the Jedi, and see where that is, the non-deluxe version, and highlighting this on the screen. MMS 312, $331 and trending down. And really, you have to wonder exactly how far down the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett's, both of them, deluxe and non-deluxe, will go. And if you remember from my Live and Raw, I did point out that as soon as that Empire Strikes Back deluxe Boba Fett goes on waitlist, that's currently up in stock at Sideshow, that I believe that these will absolutely go right back up to where they were in the $400 tier range, and with that deluxe Boba Fett pushing into the $500 tier range with that Sarlacc pit for sure. Remember, everything Boba Fett right now is extremely hot, and is going to continue to stay hot as the Book of Boba Fett comes closer. Keep saying Boba Fett. I need more coffee, baby. Wait for it. I'm getting to it. I'm getting to this new, this epic Boba Fett release. But very, very interestingly here, and I'm going to go ahead and pull this up on the screen. Just from recording this today, okay? And today is Wednesday. This figure today now has a blue screen if you try and add it to cart for this figure up on Sideshow. Is it possible that this figure then is going to go on waitlist sometime this week or this weekend or next week? And I say yes. And what is that going to do with these Return of the Jedi Boba Fett's that are, really, really trending down and really, really low within the secondary market? Now, I'm going to go ahead and pull up a current listing. Let's see if I can go ahead and do that here. So here you go. Here is a current listing up on the screen of a Return of the Jedi Boba Fett for $309.99, not including the kind of inexpensive $15.99 in shipping, not including taxes, from a very reputable seller with 100% feedback and a lot of feedback. So you really, really have to wonder here. That is a pretty good price for this figure that was selling this non-deluxe version well into the $400 tier range. But I'm telling you right now, if you're interested in the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, you may want to look at what's out there, because just about in a week or two, with this Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett ready to hit waitlist, these are surely going to go ahead and rise up in value. And I can tell you right now, this has really been trending down. I'll pull up some more data for you here. You could look back from July 9th on another very, very good seller with a ton of feedback, all 100% positive. Back from July 9th, $267 with 36 bids, not including the $20 in expedited shipping, not including taxes. But man, you could get this figure for a steal right now. And is it possible that there are a lot of collectors that are just going to want every version of Boba Fett? And I say yes. There are a ton out there. And I think there's going to be a ton more with how hot Boba Fett is right now, with his upcoming show and the way that he just absolutely, took the Mandalorian Season 2 by storm. Wow. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens for sure with this particular figure. Let's go ahead and go back to 6scalecantina.com and go back to the biggest mover section and look through some of these. So the other one that I want to speak to, before we go ahead and go into the thing that I know all of you want me to talk about, the new Boba Fett clean armor version. You got one without the throne. You got one coming with the throne. I mentioned it again. I need more coffee. That's because I spilled so much of it this morning. I couldn't get enough, so I need some now. This is unbelievable. Anyway, let's talk about The Last Jedi, Kylo Ren. Is it possible that this figure is sinking? Like sinking? Let me pull up some things on this. Let's see what I could find up here on the screen and see if I have it. Here we go. Just back from July 8th. And I've shown you a lot of data recently of this trending down. 16 bids, $298. Very, very good seller. A lot of feedback. 100% feedback. Not including the $17 in shipping. Not including taxes. And you have to wonder, why is this happening with this Last Jedi Kylo Ren, as this is really starting to trend down? Because it's not going on with any of the Reys. And the Rey figure is coming out as well. So I already unboxed my Kylo Ren from the Rise of Skywalker. And I'll tell you what I think my reasonings are on this particular issue here of why this is trending down, but the Rey is not trending down. And one thing I can tell you from my perspective, because not every collector is going to be the same or feel the same, I feel like with the character Kylo Ren, that I didn't really need the Force Awakens version with the Last Jedi version, because I could get a head sculpt with it and basically have all the stuff really from the first version. But I didn't want to spend, $400+ and that figure was going like $450. It was pushing a lot to try and get that Kylo Ren from The Last Jedi. So I exercised patience. And it was really, really difficult because I really wanted a Kylo Ren within my collection. But I said, you know what? I'm going to wait for this Rise of Skywalker version. And then when the final production photos came out and I started seeing the reviews on that Kylo Ren, I was like, okay, I'll continue to wait because that looks just as good, or if not better, than the Last Jedi version, and especially with everything that it came with. And then I went ahead and unboxed that Kylo Ren last week. And man, that figure is absolutely stunning. The head sculpt is stunning. The cape is stunning. And you got wired cloak, the hood on that cape, and you got the helmet, and it has light up lava effects that can stay on or pulsate. It is absolutely, it's a sick figure. And I said, wow, I'm so glad I didn't spend, $400 or $450 for the Last Jedi Kylo Ren, because I don't really feel like I need every version of Kylo Ren like I would need multiple versions of Boba Fett, if that makes sense. Or like I would want multiple versions, staying with the sequels of Rey. Rey has some pretty, distinguishable different outfits, where I feel like Kylo is kind of the same just about all throughout it, except, for that, helmet, really, with the lava effects in the in the Rise of Skywalker. So I think that that's possibly what you're seeing with these figures here, and what's going on, because, yeah, I think that that's why this is trending down. And is it possible that this will continue to be, a figure that is going to be, perhaps under the $300 tier range or in the low $300 tier range? And we're going to have to keep an eye on it. But I do think the Rise of Skywalker, Kylo Ren, because of some of the extra amenities that it comes with, and because of the limited quantity of how much that they made on that particular Kylo Ren, I think that that's going to play a huge part on why that figure is going to be, in my opinion, a $400 to $500 tier range figure, along with the Rise of Skywalker Rey at the end of the day. Now, will the Rise of Skywalker Rey in BB-8, the Rey Resistance, or the Rey the Last Jedi sink like this? No, it's actually showing trends of rising up again. And I think that there's enough variations of that character where some collectors feel that they want multiple versions of that particular character. I actually I continue to believe that all those versions of Rey, minus the Rey Force Awakens doesn't come with the BB-8, that one's always rather easier to get, that they will continue to rise up. But very, very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. I'm actually going to be having a video coming out very, very soon. I think in my next Market Outlook edition, I am going to go ahead and put, add a segment to where we discuss some of these sequel figures, particularly the Leia from The Last Jedi, the Luke crate, and possibly the Luke from The Force Awakens, and the Han Solo from The Force Awakens, maybe even the Chewbacca from The Force Awakens. What is the long-term prospect of those legacy characters for those figures within the secondary market? And I do have some very, very interesting thoughts. The one thing I will tell you, it's completely opposite from where you see the First Order Stormtroopers. So take that into effect. But I'm going to go over some really interesting things with you on where I think those figures are going to be in a few years from now. You may be very, very surprised. So go ahead and stay tuned for that for sure. But listen, man, are you ready to get into what happened here today. Um, Are you ready to talk about something that I really, I, I really felt that Hot Toys was going to release this figure, and I really felt that they were going to do it like now, this summer, and it makes smart business sense to me that they went ahead and did that now. But I am absolutely blown away by this release. Let me go ahead and put it up on the screen. So, listen, baby. Listen. I spilled my coffee. I spilled my coffee this morning with this Boba Fett. Are you kidding me? I am telling you. Wow. Let's go ahead and look through this a little bit. Yeah, let's blow this up. Man, look at that. Look at that. I mean, this is such an important scene. Such an important scene. And a scene that quite frankly had a lot. It was a very difficult act to follow. What do I mean? What do you mean, Aries? A difficult act to follow? They just brought back Luke Skywalker. And they brought him back in an epic way, the way that most of us wanted to see him, where he was just, that Jedi, that Jedi of hope, and that crusher of the Force, and come on. And then they followed it up. They dared to follow it up. Let me tell you something about Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. They're going to dare on a lot of things. But this scene means a lot to me. Yes, this is another, you could say, Mandalorian release, Book of Boba Fett release. Yeah, this is a legacy character. This is something that had a lot of fans just jumping out of your seat to see Jabba's palace and to see Bib Fortuna and to see this happen. To me, this means a lot as a real diehard Star Wars fan and someone who loves Star Wars. Need another sip, baby. Gotta switch to decaf. Come on. But listen, this is sick. This is absolutely sick. And it's more sick for me because of what this represents in Star Wars. Forget about Hot Toys, forget about Hasbro, forget about this or that. I'm talking about for Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars Hot Toys, and this is one of the most epic moments in Star Wars, in my opinion. And I want this figure. And look at this. I mean, Repaint Armor and Throne. Wow. Let's go through some of these pictures. I mean, look at that. Yeah, you said special edition. You get those extra holograms. That's great. Whatever. Oh man, just look at this. Just absolutely insane. And you get the wow. You get the Tamora Morrison head sculpt, which is sick. And let's kind of go through that. I think that this head sculpt is different. You're gonna have to ask more artist experts, like reviewers out there, like Dante from the Man of Hot Collectibles, or Desi from Metamorphic Customs, or EZ, or one of those guys. But I think it's different. I think the eyes, certainly on the worn out version with the extra figure that comes where he's wearing the Tatooine robes on Tatooine, looks actually the other way. So I know that there's that difference, at least from what I'm seeing. Man, this looks sick. I'm actually really glad that they gave us that. Look at that. Look at that. That looks like Koska Reeves to me, baby. I can be wrong. I don't know. Is that a tease there of Koska? Yeah. Well, I know that figure's coming anyway. So whether it's a tease or not, but that's what it kind of represents to me. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that throne. Yeah. Come on. This is epic. This is epic. This is legacy. Wow. This is what we need. The next one we need is the Luke Skywalker, the finale scene. That's the next one we need, baby. Let's look at this. Let's look at this here. Look at that. This is sick. Absolutely pumped up about this. Is it possible that the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarkin, who serves up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk, is going to talk about this on the live show with the panel this coming Friday, and also on Live and Raw this coming Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and how this ties into other possibilities? And I say, yes, I absolutely will. Look, we've had a couple of here that I've called a certain way. And is it possible that some of these other ones are going to come the same way? We're going to see. Look at that. Look at that. That looks great. Love this. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Wow. This looks sick. That stance there. Mm-mm. Mm. Fantastic. Yeah, but look at this. Look at what's sitting at the right arm over there. Yeah. I told you she was coming. You can't have this without her. You can't have this without her. And glad that they teased it, not only in one, but in a couple of photos, because this is 1,000% coming. Look at that. And they're obviously, it's going to come with a helmet, and it's going to be able to have, I don't know if it's going to be where it's an attach on, or if you have one head sculpt and the other, but you're certainly going to be able to match the scene. But man, just look at this, and I am super excited about this again, because this is a scene that means a lot to me and means a lot to a lot of fans, and it was on top of, it was an act to follow after Luke came back. To me, the real figure that they're missing now to complete the epicness is Luke Skywalker, and I believe that figure is coming much sooner than a lot of us expect, and I'm calling that as well, and I already have called that. You could expect that coming soon. They are not going to just release him while the Book of Boba Fett's going on, where if they're going to release it now. I really believe that's next. Wow. Look at this. Is it possible that during the Sideshow Con we actually see something with Luke Skywalker? You have to wonder. You have to wonder. Wow. This looks sick. I cannot wait to display this in my collection. Are you kidding me? And I want to display that finale scene with the chrome-plated Mandalorian and the Grogu with the Pedro Pascal head sculpt and Luke Skywalker, baby. Let's go. With an R2. Let's go. Let's go. This figure is phenomenal. Yeah. I love it. Let's go to the one that does not come with the throne, and let's see what that comes with. So, pulling this up, $245 for a Boba Fett. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Credit to Hot Toys. I think that's a great price. And you're getting quite a lot here. You get the jetpack, you get the hands, you get the flamethrower, you get a couple of the guns over here. Look at this. Look, and with the special edition, you get the holograms as well. $245. For a Boba Fett? Are you kidding me? I like it. I have no problem with that, especially with the prices that have been. This is good. Doesn't come with the head sculpt on here, but there's some people that are not going to need the head sculpt. For me, I'm gonna take the head sculpt, especially because I think one looks one way, the other one looks the other way. I can interchange them on both the deluxe sets, if you will. Yeah, look at this. It's great. Yeah, there he is there with your chrome-plated Mandalorian, baby. Yeah, this looks good. Oh, there's that Fennec again. Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm talking about. This is Star Wars. And this is great. And let's pull this up on the screen. The deluxe with the two figs. And let's see what way, how this head sculpt may be different. I think here the eyes are pointing, this way. To his left. Looks like he's looking to his left when you look at this head sculpt. Let's go see if we get a couple other images of this particular head sculpt. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. It looks like he's looking more to the left, or on this one it looks like it's straight on. It'd be great if you could have a rolling eye function on this. Yeah, it looks a little bit more to his left. And then let's actually pull up this other Fett with the throne and see exactly where that's pointing to. Yeah, it looks like he's looking to his right on here. So if nothing else, that may be the difference. I hate to say it this way. I could kind of care less. But yeah, that's what it looks like to me. We'll have to see. It could be the same exact one. But anyway, we'll wait to see on some of the reviews what they say. That's not my gig. But man, this is sick. This is sick. So I'm really excited. So this is really, and really, when I'm recording this video, this is really the first time that I'm going through these pictures like this. I glanced a little bit this morning, and I'm just spilling my coffee. So you're seeing me real for the first time. Is it possible that the Dark Jedi Aries Tarrington didn't look at anybody's reviews or anybody's opinion or video on this? Yes, and I say yes, I didn't. I didn't yet. So, you're just seeing me go through this here. I'm excited. I'm excited because of what this means in the Star Wars world. Not what it means for Hot Toys, what it means in Star Wars. And I love collecting Hot Toys, and these are the kind of things that I want. These moments, these scenes that mean something to Star Wars. Wow, this is great. $390 for Boba Fett and that throne. What do I think about that? I think that all of these prices, when you collect Hot Toys, are very, very expensive. And coming out and still dealing with COVID-19, and there's a lot of things going on, and with a lot of stuff in the world. Prices go up on a lot of things, and Hot Toys is not an exception to the rule, nor should there be an exception to the rule. But I don't like it. I don't like any prices that go up. But even before they were going up, these are very, very high prices. But with this throne and to get the head sculpt, no, I don't have a problem with it. For me, for what this means, absolutely crazy. What do I think of the one without the throne and without the head sculpt? What do I think of the price on that? $245. I like it. I like it. For a Boba Fett, I like it. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Considering all the things, the way the prices are now, I don't got a problem with that. This is great. So, you have to wonder, is it possible that these figures are going to be number one pre-order wise once you give this a few days or a week? And I say yes. Why? This is an epic character. Just like you saw with the chrome-plated Mandalorian and the Pedro Pascal. That's an epic, epic, epic release. I spilled my coffee over that baby. And, I'm going to sort this out right now while I'm recording this, best-selling wise. Sorted out just Star Wars. And it's going to take some time. They just put this out today, and we'll see exactly where this rises up. It's going to be really, really high. This deluxe 2-pack Boba Fett, 2 figures, was number one for a long time. for $495. Wow. And yeah, I believe it will go number one, and it'll stay there for a little bit. Yeah, I mean, now, when you talk about is there any danger areas, because I know I'm going to get a ton of these questions. Is there any danger of these figures hitting waitlist before they ever go ahead and get in stock? So, let me get another sip of coffee. Well, there's a couple of variables to look into with this. Now, pulling up this Boba Fett Deluxe version, the interesting thing about this particular 2-pack is you can only get this figure. Now, I mind you, I'm saying figure. You can only get this action figure with this 2-pack. You cannot get this figure by itself. You can go ahead and get the regular Boba Fett by itself, and that's when you can get this here. Okay, the collector edition. Okay, but you cannot, the only way to get the extra figure, not a head sculpt, not a, a throne, and you can compare it to like the Emperor's, chair in a way. This looks way better quality, but you know what I'm saying? It's that the extra piece. This is an actual figure, not an extra piece, not an extra accessory. That is where this one, I put a yellow alert on, and I have from the onset. Okay? Because, as well as, and the first one that really called this out was Dante from the Man of Hot Collectibles, and I totally agree with him on that there are some peculiarities with this. You can only get this figure with this 2-pack, and I think that this is going to be gone real quick, fast, in a hurry. So I went ahead and immediately pre-ordered this figure. Is it possible that the same thing is going to happen now with this Boba Fett and the throne? And to be quite honest with you, I don't feel it. I think this one, it comes with the throne, and it comes with the head sculpt, and a lot of people are going to get this, and I feel like it's going to get in stock. So, I am absolutely 1,000% going to get this, and I'm absolutely 1,000% going to get the Fennec. But I don't really put a yellow alert on this. I think that they are going to, we'll have to see as time goes on, but I really don't see that a scenario here with this particular release and how epic it is, that they're not going to make enough of these, especially it's under $400. It's $390. It's steep. But I don't have the same type of danger. Should you sleep on it? No. No. But I don't think it will hit waitlist before it gets in stock. I really don't see a scenario for that. Now, if it would have came actually with the Fennec that they're teasing on here, then that would have been, a different story. And if you couldn't get the Fennec on, by itself, then I think we got a different situation. Anyway, it's going to be real interesting just how they release that Fennec Shand and exactly what, just you're going to need that figure to go with this set. It's going to be very, very interesting when they release this particular figure. Is it possible that they're going to release this figure very, very soon? And I say yes. I really, really do. I already told you they're going to come out with this, and you could expect this one any week. You could expect Fennec to come out, baby. I won't see exactly what that release comes with and what that all entails. But that's going to be my answer on there, because I know that a lot of you are going to ask me a lot of questions on that. Remember, I've always said that anything that hits waitlist is very, very, before it gets in stock, it's very, very rare, but it does happen. It's actually going to be very, very interesting to see what happens with the IG-11, the Scout Trooper by itself, the Scout Trooper with the bike, and the Rey from the Rise of Skywalker, and the Kylo Ren from the Rise of Skywalker, who still has the pre-order tab on it. Now they're starting to release from Sideshow. It's going to be very, very interesting when those hit waitlists. I can tell you that whenever that happens, it will happen. If it gets in stock, it will not stay, any of those pieces, in stock very, very long. But yeah, this is coffee spilling, baby. This is coffee spilling. I'm telling you right now, this is hot. I don't know what else to say except that, enjoy, baby. Look at this. Enjoy. Luke's coming. Luke is coming. And we'll see if it comes with an R2-D2, and maybe R2-D2 comes separate. Maybe they put in that R2 with the R5-D4. Who knows how they're going to do it. But that's coming. We're not going to have to wait till the end of the year with that. I will tell you that the release date on these figures is fourth quarter of 2022. So this is the second release in just a couple of weeks that this is coming out in the fourth quarter of next year. So if you remember from a video that I put out maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, where I was pointing out just how many pre-orders there are versus to how many releases in less than a year, which has been 20 for Star Wars Hot Toys. 20 releases in less than a year, which is a lot. That's a lot. I couldn't get all of those. And a lot of the releases that they had on the docket from that video, which was 28 at that time, and there's been a couple more now, obviously, were spaced out. And I was going to say that what they're going to do with these releases come out, for the most part, it's going to be, filling up the third quarter, the fourth quarter of next year, and the first quarter of 2023, and certainly the second quarter of 2023. That's where you're going to see a majority of these figures starting to fill in. You're going to see some like the armor, like possibly the Clone Wars Kenobi, maybe one other one that can be coming out a lot quicker. And I think that is possible, and that's probably going to happen. And you're certainly going to get a few more that are going to fill in between the third quarter of next year, because they need a few more in the third quarter. But they really need to fill up the holiday season, the fourth quarter of 2022. And they really have to start filling up the first half as well of 2023. We're already into July. It's going to be August before you know it, of 2021. So that's what's going on over there. But yeah, this figure's sick. Listen, I spilled my coffee all over this. This is epic. I love it. I love it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Can't stop. Can't stop. Love Hot Toys. Love Star Wars. Love this. Love what Hot Toys is doing. This hits the epic character, the legacy character. This is the characters we want. Luke's coming next. Is it possible I have to switch to decaf? I'm telling you, baby. It absolutely is. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. And please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I so very much appreciate your support indeed. Remember, I am going to be live with the whole panel this coming Friday. We'll have some special guests. And book that on your calendars. So I look forward to hanging out with you with the panel, with the Market Value Chart Show live this Friday at 9 p.m. And yes, I'm going to have a special Aries is Live and Raw, doing it 2 weeks in a row this Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Just me, myself, and I, and all of you. Maybe we'll get the Hot Toys Wizard to pop on. Gotta love the Hot Toys Wizard. Always shows up in different form. He's like a changeling. So who knows how that's going to go. Yeah. And if you liked what you watched here today, and you would like some expanded thoughts, or some expanded market analysis, or analysis on future releases and how I put some of these thoughts together along with the trends of what Hot Toys is doing, you may want to consider becoming a Cantina insider. All you got to do is look at my channel. There's a little join button. You can go ahead and click on it and see everything that it comes with. If you like what it comes with and you're interested, you may want to consider. So just throwing that out there at you. Remember, our Facebook group is absolutely booming. And I got the link to our Facebook group within the video description below. Look, we talk a lot about this stuff. We spill a lot of coffee on that Facebook group, baby. Links in the description below, along with my Instagram, along with this great Discord group that talks a lot about Hot Toys. I got the link to them within the video description below as well. Remember, many of the truths we cling to depend greatly on our own point of view. Stay thirsty, my friends.